apple thrown in the land creates ripples you can't mistake. There's only so much one can do. The change starts with me and you.
Thank you, Grayson. And so, coming from that place of change within me and you, let us know this truth, that there is one power, one presence, one love that exists in, as, and through each of us. And we are here together today and on this spiritual journey to remember that, to come into acknowledgement of the love that we are, and to recognize and draw that forth from one another. How blessed and grateful are we to be in this beautiful teaching, to be in this beautiful space, to be in this beautiful community, and to hold that vision for one another of the love that we truly are, of the oneness that we know is the truth. And so with deep gratitude and grace for this teaching, for this community, for this opportunity to affirm the love that we are, I simply say thank you. And I release this word into an ever-present and loving law that does unto us as we believe. And as I believe in the power of love, and as I believe that we are all inherently love, I simply let it go. I let it be. And together we say, so it is. Well, good morning. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Morristown, a vibrant community where love, joy, and inclusivity are at the heart of everything we do. Here we honor the unique journey of every soul and offer a place of healing, growth, and celebration. Together, we create an atmosphere of openness and love where every person is seen, valued, and accepted just as they are. My name is Carlson, and I'm a licensed practitioner here at CSLM. Thank you for joining us, whether you're here in person or joining us on the live stream or watching the replay at another time. We are grateful that you are here to be a part of this shared journey of wisdom, light, and transformation. If this is your first time with us, and there are a few first-timers here today, we welcome you. We invite you to get a welcome packet, which I think you probably already got, and you get a free book. So please help yourself to a book of our bookshelves and know that we are really grateful for you to be a part of our community. We also send out a constant contact newsletter, and the sign up is in the back, so please sign up. That way you can stay informed about everything that's going on here. We have a lot going on. And you can also check us out on our website, which is cslmorristown.org. Today, I'm very happy to be welcoming my musician, Grayson Nierenberg. We have been doing services together since I started as a practitioner, and I am always happy to be here with him, blessing us with his beautiful original music. So, the 2026 CSL theme is open at the top. I just love that. I love to do that. And the monthly theme for June is higher, deeper love. And my topic today is we were made for love. So I'm going to be talking about the ways that we can bring that higher, deeper love into expression in our lives. But first, we're going to start the way we always do with our Namaste practice. Now, I know last week, Reverend Janice, I wasn't here, but I watched, I always do. Reverend Janice talked about really bringing into your mind an intention and a thought of how you can connect during this month of June with that higher, deeper love and what that looks like for you. So I'm going to invite you to once again bring that into your mind. and to just totally try to encapsulate and embrace that idea of a higher, deeper love that expresses in each one of us. When we say namaste, it means, it's a Sanskrit word that means the divinity within me recognizes and honors the divinity within you. But since we know that the divine is love, and we are love, today I'm going to have you tweak it to the love within me recognizes and honors the love within you. And so I invite you to put your hands together over your heart, to turn to someone around you, and you can either say namaste, or you can say, the love within me recognizes and honors the love within you. Do we all feel like expressions of love now? Do you recognize all the love that's in the room? Are you willing to embrace that? Well, I have the perfect way for you to do that. Welcome back, Grayson, for another beautiful song.
This one is called Reflections, and it's exactly as we were just talking about with the Namaste practice, seeing the good, and not just the good, but a reflection of who we are, and the good in ourselves, and the love in ourselves, within the love within you.
Just take a look around you. All the people surrounding you. Like the leaves of the tree. I see you, I see me. We all grow from one branch, but we think we are so different. Even though when I look in your eyes, I can see a reflection of me. You are a reflection of me. Just ain't my job to count leaves on the tree. Tell them where they should go and what color they should be. Walking somebody who's not the easiest thing to do, but we must force some surprise and stuff those rules in front of us. When I look at you, I can see right through those eyes. When I look in your eyes, I can see a reflection of me. You are a reflection of me. Why can't we just lift and raise one another? Then we would finally find that we are each other. The ones who think are so opposite to you are showing off the colors you hide inside it's true. When I look in your eyes, I can see a reflection of me. Oh, you are a reflection of me. You are a reflection of me.
Thank you, Grayson. And if you have any idea, if you have any doubt about how perfect that song is for my talk today, let me tell you, we're going to be talking about seeing each other in each other's eyes. So, I was made to love you, and you were made to love me. Well, I think that about wraps it up. Once we really realize that that is the truth of who we are, that is really kind of the essence of this teaching, right? We are all sparks of the one divine being, the one love. And as such, how can we be anything other than expressions of love? And when I truly know that, when I truly live from that place, it changes everything. You know, in AA, you all know my story, I've told it enough times here, but in AA we have a saying that our primary purpose is to stay sober and to help another alcoholic to achieve sobriety. And I think that in this teaching, we have a primary purpose, and it is to recognize the love that we are, and to recognize that love, like Grayson said, in others. To see that reflection in other people's eyes. That is our primary purpose. If we do that, we're doing it all, right? So here's the thing. It's a beautiful concept. It's a beautiful spiritual ideal. But how do we live it, right? This is where the rubber hits the road, as they say. How do we show up as love? It's one thing to talk about love. It's one thing to recognize that we are all love. It's another thing to show up as love. Right? In Science of Mind, we talk about having a consciousness of love. But we also talk about love in action. Right? We also talk about how we treat people, how we listen. How am I speaking? How do I show up? What do I do when things are difficult? Because I truly believe that when you show up as love, and when you look into someone else's eyes and you see past personalities, circumstance, conditions, whatever it is, to the love that we know is inside them, then you bring that forth. I know this is true because I have experienced it. A lot of you know that I lost my boyfriend in 2024, but I was really blessed because when he knew me from, he knew me from before, right? So he knew me when I struggled with loving myself, when I didn't really think much of myself, when I couldn't find the good in me. But I could look in his eyes and I could see the potential of who I could be, because he looked at me with the eyes of love. And that beautiful song that Grayson did about reflecting, seeing the reflection of one another in each other's eyes, he did that for me. And a lot of you guys do that for me, you know? I am my highest and best self when I see myself reflected in your eyes. And we get to do that for one another. That's what spiritual community is all about. And you know, the funny thing about my boyfriend is that he took great photographs of me. I used to hate myself in photographs. He always took great photographs of me because he saw me through the lens of love. And somehow, don't ask me how, he captured that. But I have something interesting to share with you. What I have discovered on this spiritual journey is that now I actually kind of like selfies I take of myself. I mean, I have a lot more lines, I have a lot more things I don't particularly like about the way I look, but I actually like my selfies because my relationship with myself has changed. And now I see myself with more loving eyes. And guess what? Even I can capture that on the phone sometimes. But isn't that a joy? Isn't that a blessing? To incorporate how other people see you into your own understanding of yourself. Because when you pay attention, you can see the good in others. Richie paid attention. And when I felt seen, I was able to see that in myself. And Reverend Frankie did that for me too. She saw the practitioner in me long before I even recognized it. And I could see in her eyes what I could become. And so I'm very grateful for that. And we get to do that for each other here. You know, another thing we say in recovery is, if you want to have self-esteem, do esteemable things. Well, I think the same thing is true of love, even more. If you want to feel loved, be loving. If you want to experience love, show up as love. One of my favorite spiritual practices, it's not something I do perfectly, but it is one of my mantras, is what would love do? What would love say? How would love react? or respond rather than react? And because I ask that question of myself, it allows me to make better choices. It allows me to show up with more loving kindness. It allows me to show up less selfishly. It allows me to show up in a way that brings compassion and understanding to situations. And because I do that, now I have a nephew who says, what would Aunt Lori say? What would Aunt Lori do? And I just got to be up with them last weekend for their baby shower, and it was such a blessing and a joy. But that's only because I have the practice of asking myself, what would love do? And you know, the thing is, it's not some grand gesture. It's usually the smallest of things. Mark Nepo writes, doing small things with love is the atom of bravery. And Mother Teresa, I'm going to be quoting her a lot because who better to quote about love, right? Says, none of us, including me, ever do great things, but we can all do small things with great love. And together, we can do something wonderful. Yeah, it's not those grand things that are really the expressions of love. It's every time you choose to smile at a stranger. It's every time you choose to make that phone call when someone's alone. It's every time you choose to not say something that's going in your mind and you choose to refrain from saying something that might not be loving. Every time you say a kind word, every moment of patience, that is love. That is showing up as love. So, yesterday I participated in a poetry half marathon where I was writing a poem every hour. And it's like the day I look forward to all year because it really inspires me to get in contact with that place within me that is love, that helps nurture my soul. And it was also my last chance to go by and see my old landlady at the nursing home where she's alone. And I go and visit her, and I didn't want to yesterday, let me tell you. I was like, I want to go home and write my poem, it's a beautiful day. But here's the thing, that voice in my head said, Lori, what would love do? Right? And so, so I went. And, I showed up, I brought her some Pedialyte, I brought her a little joy, I brought her some cookies, and because I'm going to be gone now for a while, and I just wanted to be in that flow of love. Right? It's not the big things. It's the small things. What did it take? It took a half hour out of my day. Right? But let me tell you, there are times when I go there and I park and I go up in the elevator and then she has Parkinson's and she's shaking so bad we can't communicate, and then I go like, oh, I came all the way over here, and and so those frustrations happen, but we reframe it with love. I get the opportunity to do that today. I get to choose to show up as love. One of my favorite insight timer meditations, and I'm on day 616 of a streak of insight timer, is May Love Be My Prayer. It's a 4-minute, I suggest you all check it out. And I listen to it every day. And yes, I listen to a lot of other people's prayers. I do a lot of praying, but I listen to a lot of other prayers as well. And I just love this. Because if love is truly our prayer, and love is who we are, then you are praying unceasingly, right? You know how it says in the Bible, pray unceasingly? Well, if I am truly in connection with that place of love within me, then everything I do is a prayer. Every act of kindness is a prayer. Every loving thought is a prayer. Every creative thing I do is a prayer. Every moment that we choose compassion over judgment becomes a prayer. And I want to pray unceasingly. I want to stay in that flow of love. I want to reflect back to you the love that I know you are, so that you can be your best self, so that you can see and feel that place within you that is love. I love this quote by, it's actually often attributed to bell hooks, but it's actually from M. Scott Peck. Love is the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. For nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. Now I want to ask you, how many of you have trouble seeing love as nurturing yourself? Right? Anybody else? Or do anybody else in here sometimes think that the things we do for ourselves are selfishness? Right? Let me tell you, when I wanted to go home and write poetry all day yesterday, I was like, okay, Lori, stop being so selfish. But the thing is that is not selfish. It is self-compassion. How many times do we say in this teaching that you can't give away what you don't have? So if you don't fill your cup, you have nothing to give. So every act of self-compassion, every act of self-care is not selfishness. It is showing yourself the love that you are worthy of. Because in this teaching, we know that we do not need to earn love. We are love. That is our inherent nature. And our work, our spiritual journey, is to get rid of everything that gets in the way of knowing that. All the barriers and all of the preconceived notions and all the things we've been taught and everything that tells us that we are anything other than love. That's the work. We don't create love, we remember it. Right? We do that by loving acts, but we ourselves are already love because we are sparks of the divine, and the divine is love. So how can we not be? Right? Does that make sense? Does everybody get that? When we remember that spiritual journey is not about creating something that's not there, it's about simply allowing and remembering what is already present. Rupert Spira writes, "Love is the recognition of our shared being. Love is the experience that others are not others. Others are not others." It's a great idea, but like kind of hard to really wrap your mind around, right? Look, we live in a world where there's a lot of division and there's a lot of conflict, and it's hard to remember that there is no other. We are all one. And so when we come from that place, then we can bring that energy, that vibration of love to everything that we do. Eckhart Tolle also says, feeling the oneness of yourself with all things is love. But how many of us spend time in feeling that, in nurturing that, in remembering that, right? And so we are so tempted and distracted by the things that separate us, right? We pay attention to all these differences and all of these things, and we don't pay enough attention to the things that are true, that we are all one, and we are all connected, and we are all worthy of love just as we are, because we are sparks of the divine. And I know it's not easy. It's not easy to remember that. It's not easy to be loving with people who work your last nerve sometimes, who believe things other than what you believe, who disagree with you. But that is the spiritual journey. That is the journey. Because those people are our greatest teachers. Look, a lot of you know I'm leaving for Bermuda tomorrow, and I'm going to see my dear friend Sharon and her son Morgan. People who love me. Morgan calls me the Lori who loves him so much. That's my name. So, when I'm with them, I feel love. There's total, it's just a love fest. But here's the thing. It's much harder to remember that I am always love when I'm in traffic, when I'm at work and somebody's annoying me, when I'm dealing with, things in society that I don't like or that don't resonate with me. Still, I get to choose whether I'm going to bring a consciousness of love and acceptance or whether I'm going to bring judgment and separation. Because those are the options, and they are always our choice. It is always our choice to say, what would love do? If I really believe that I'm an expression of love, then what would that love have me do right now? And, it takes that pause, right? It takes that moment to ask, to listen, to pay attention. And it doesn't mean that we have all the answers. It doesn't mean that we fix anyone or even fix anything. It means that we simply show up with presence, with compassion, with an open heart, letting go of judgment, letting go of all those things that want to cause separation. Mother Teresa also said, spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. Wow, well, that's quite a tall order. And I can't always make everyone happy, right? I don't have that kind of power, but I can bring a smile. I can bring a moment of a compliment, a moment of kindness. I can show up in a way that encourages compassion and understanding. I can bring a laugh. I can make someone smile when I feel that way, right? We know in this teaching that everything is energy and vibration, correct? So, if I do something with an energy of love, I am bringing love. If I do something, the same thing, with the energy of obligation, that's the energy I'm bringing. So when I went to visit my landlady, I had that, okay, I should really go do this. And then I took a moment. I took a breath. I paused and I said, no, I'm going to do this from love. Not with expectation, not with expecting a certain result, not because I have to, not because I should, but because I get to. I get to today. I get to show up as love for someone else. And that is such a blessing. That is such a joy. I know, okay, so what's Laura's mantra? Okay, so there you go. I'm glad some of you remember. So I just listened to a podcast, I'm always listening to podcasts, about rewiring your brain in addiction. It was talking about addiction and recovery and habits, right? And what they said simply just reaffirmed what I'm always saying. That it's not the intensity or the duration of what you do, it's the repetition. So whether it's exercise or prayer or meditation or kind thoughts or the way you speak to yourself, whatever it is, if you do it regularly, repetitively, it rewires your brain. So an easy way I like to think about that is, I ride my bike, right? So I could go out and ride 25 miles and then do nothing all week. It's not as good as if I get up and do 10 push-ups every day. So it's the little things done with conscious awareness that remind us that we are loved, that remind us to take care of ourselves. Because that's what is our power. Our power is to connect with that place of love within us. So I want to ask you, how many of you set aside time every day to take care of yourself? Oh, quite a lot of hands. That's awesome. Because when you label self-care, like I said before, when you think of it as selfish, you're bringing that energy to it, and it's automatically a judgment. Instead, if you think of it as nurturing the inner divinity within you, then you're bringing that energy to it, and that's exactly what you're creating. We know in this teaching, right, that we manifest and we create that which we think. So change your thinking, change your life, change your attitude. Alcoholics Anonymous, they call it an attitude adjustment, AA. But here we do the same thing. We reframe, we look for the good, we see the love in others, and we reflect it back to one another. I think I've shared this here before, but I have alarms on my phone that go off periodically at different times during the day to remind me of those things that I want to be. One of them says kindness. One of them says authenticity. Because I start out the day with my daily affirmation and my prayer and my meditation, and I go out into the world, oh, I'm going to be love today. And then, things happen, the day goes on, and maybe I forget that my intention was to be kind. And then my alarm goes off and I go, oh, yeah, how kind was that last thing you just said, Lori? Or, oh, authenticity, oh, how authentic was that? So it reminds me. So there are ways that we can use technology to bring us back into that understanding of truth. As much as the, scrolling social media distracts us, there are also ways we can use it. And I encourage you to do just that. I think that sometimes we forget that spiritual practices can be very simple. We think there's some big answer. We want the solution, right? Somebody enlighten me, please. Give me the way. And really, it's one little choice at a time. It's one little pause at a time. It's one smile at a time. That is the spiritual practice. And when we do it regularly, when we show up from that place, then it becomes that habit, right? We retrain our brains and we make those new neural pathways so that instead of reacting and, in some negative way, we remember to say, what would love do? The more you do it, the easier it gets. It's just like any other muscle, right? The more I work out, the stronger I get. Well, the more I work out my love muscle, the more I practice kindness, the easier it gets to have that be my fallback, to have that be my automatic response when somebody pisses me off. And let me tell you, people do. I'm no saint. So instead of reacting, what would love do? What would love have me say? How would love have me respond? Because I know that I am love, and so is that other person who's pissing me off. They are loved too. And if I can remember that, and I can truly see that in them, then maybe they'll remember it too. And I just want to say that, recognizing that love in each other doesn't mean that we people please. It doesn't mean that we become martyrs. It doesn't mean that we have to say yes to everything. We honor ourselves first. We make healthy boundaries. We make healthy choices for ourselves so that we can show up as love. Love includes self-respect, self-care, self-forgiveness. The loving kindness prayer, the Buddhist loving kindness prayer starts with loving kindness for yourself, because it always has to start within, right? As within, right, it's up there on the wall. So if you don't have it within, how can you show up that way for others? So this is the journey, this is the work, to practice this, to remember this, to show up this way. And we get to do that every day in every choice. I have another quote here. Wait, hold on. Me and my quotes. I have pages of them. And Lynn, yes, I do have copies for you. I'm going to end with this quote. Ralph Waldo Trine. The life that goes out in love to all life is the life that is full and rich and continually expanding in beauty and in power. Well, that's the life that I want. What about you? We were made for love. I am love, you are love, and we are here to reflect that back to each other so that we can be our best selves, live our best lives, and create the world that we want to live in. And we get to do that. One moment, one choice, one kind word, one smile at a time. So who's with me? I invite you, I'm going to come back and lead us in meditation later about bringing that kindness, about bringing that love to yourself. But I am going to challenge each of us to move out into the world today and every day, but doing those daily practices of remembering that you are love and showing up for yourself as love so that you can show up for others. And now we're going to have another beautiful song from Grayson.
And I just want to say real quick, I don't know if you saw me taking photos of you, but you had your hand up like this and you were standing here. And from my view, it was while you were talking about Richie, and there was a beautiful blue jay sitting right there. It looked like it landed in
Can we take a picture?
flew over here and then took a nice photo of it for you. So. But I feel like birds can be messengers, and I think that was a way of showing that the love that you give and the love that you receive never goes away. And that's what I felt in that moment. Bless you. I see the glimmer in your eyes. I know that it's no disguise. I see you shining so bright, glowing like an LED light. I know it hasn't always been this way, and I'll trust when I hear you say you're trying your best to be here now and give what comes around. One smile can pass the joy around. One kind word can change someone's world. You just need to look out for the things that make you smile, and everything will be better for a while. Oh, how I so look up to you with all the pain you've been through. You could hold on to all the hurt, but you know that only makes it worse. Each time you step into the room, you know you could change the whole mood of everyone sitting in there. You just pull up a chair and say, one more smile can pass the joy around. One kind word can change someone's world. You just need to hold on to the things that make you smile. Everything will be better for a while. When it seems like it's moving too fast, you just gotta be the one to make it last. Be there for others and stay out for you, 'cause you never know what somebody's going through. One smile can pass the joy around. One kind word can change someone's world. You just need to hold on to the things that make you smile. Everything will be brighter for a while.
So can you see why I love working with him? It's like a perfect musical expression of my whole talk, right? Thank you, Grayson. Yeah, that would be great. Okay, so now we're gonna do a meditative practice. So I invite you to assume your most comfortable meditative posture, sitting upright, if that works for you, head over shoulders, shoulders over hips, just to be in alignment, right? Because we are opening to flow. So I invite you to just take a breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And again, breathing in and breathing out. Feeling the steady presence of life that is within you. remembering that you are a spark of the divine. Breathing in the love that you are, and breathing it out to everyone around you. Remembering that there is nothing you need to earn, nothing you need to prove, nothing you need to become. You are already an expression of love. So just breathe that in deep. And see if you can really feel it. You are already an expression of love. And if that's a little hard for you to do, I have a suggestion. I'm going to bring to mind someone who loves you, like Morgan, who I just shared about. Bring to mind someone who loves you. And see yourself through their eyes. It might be a friend, a family member, it could even be a pet. Could be someone living or someone past. Just someone whose eyes reflected back to you the love that you are. Even at those times when you may have forgotten or when you may struggle. Just take a breath in and receive that feeling of love. Let it fill your entire being. You feel it? Now, from that place of feeling love, ask yourself, what would love have me do today? How would love have me show up today? Just breathe that in and listen. And maybe you get an answer and maybe you don't. The practice is to be open. Open at the top. Open to receive. The practice is to ask the question and allow for the answer. So how would love have me show up today? And then from that place of connection, I invite you to see someone who you're struggling with. Bring them into mind, not the hardest person, but just someone maybe who annoys you a little. And from that place of knowing your own love and of understanding how you get to show up as love, see if you can see into their heart where they are love. See if you can reflect back to them the love that they truly are. It's not that easy. That's why it's a spiritual practice. But we get to practice that. So, with that person in mind, I'd like you to repeat after me. I am love. I see the love in you. I am here to be love. And I am here to draw forth love from you. And so it is. And when you're ready, you can gently return your attention to the room. Does anybody look different? Do you see somebody different now? Do I look different? Do I look like love? I know you are all glowing with love, and I am grateful for it. And so, from that place of deep gratitude, it is time for our offering. It is time for our gratitude giving, right? So I'm passing the basket. We have a PayPal and Venmo code up there. You can go to our website and hit the donate button. But I encourage you to give from that place of oneness, right? To give from that place of joy, not to give out of obligation or resentment or anything, but to give from just the expression of love that you are. Because this is a community that feeds us, right? And so we know in this teaching, we believe in the law of circulation. And that as you give, so you receive. So we give joyfully, we give gratefully, we give abundantly, knowing that it all returns to us. So I'm going to invite you to place a hand over your heart. And whether you're giving now or you're giving at another time, or if you're giving by providing a social hour once we have them again, or by bringing friends to come to service, or all of the many ways that you can show up for one another, just repeat this affirmation with me. My gift of love goes forth to draw forth love from you. And together, we remember our oneness. And we enjoy abundance in every way. And so it is. Okay. So while that's going around, I have a lot of announcements. Okay, so as you know, there's no social hour today because we're still dealing with the ants, but there is, let me find the flyer, there is coloring. It's a service project called Color a Smile. It will be immediately after service. So we're going to go in the social hour room and we're going to color a smile, which is a nonprofit organization that distributes cheerful drawings to nursing homes, hospitals, Meals on Wheels, our troops. So just that same idea of bringing a smile to someone, right? That same idea of giving from a heart of love. Here's your chance. Here's your one little choice you can make to demonstrate everything that I just talked about. Stay and color, even if it's only one for a few minutes. Stay and color one thing to spread a little love and joy in the world. Thank you to Valerie White, who will be running that. And Eileen, right, okay. So our marketing action for June is to share with a friend, or more than one, something about our center, and add individually why or how CSLM has made a difference in your life. Whew. I can go on all day about how CSLM has made a difference in my life, but the idea here is to bring that word out into the greater community. So we will be bringing a friend next, let's see, okay, in June, we have books on the back counter there. They're all free. We would like to get rid of them by the end of the month, so please take them. Find something and take a bookmark, one of our CSLM bookmarks. And then, you know what I do? So I take the bookmarks, I put them in my library books, and I return them to the library. So that every person who gets that book finds that bookmark in the book. It's a great idea, right? So I encourage you to do that. So we also have... Yeah. I'm fine. So we also have the all women's gathering high tea dinner and potluck coming up. It will be June 20th. Speak to Kathy Ronka. There's Christy. Oh, sorry. Speak to Christy. There's also a sign up in the social hour room on June 28th. Which is, when I get back from Bermuda, I will be speaking, and then we will be having an outdoor barbecue to celebrate our 1 year downstairs here. So we're gonna have a barbecue, followed shortly thereafter by a concert. And Mark Benfante is gonna be playing drums with Ed, I can't say his name, Ed Strozinski, and it's gonna be songs from yesterday, and they've had this concert here before. It's really awesome. So plan on coming and making a day of it, right? We're going to be celebrating our center. We're going to be celebrating with food, with music, with friends, with community. And it's all about community. I also want to announce that Jean Lee is still doing the Wednesday morning meditations from 9:30 to 10 on Zoom until the end of June. So please check that out. It's very lovely. I have been, even though I work on Wednesdays, it is really a beautiful half hour. It's just a half hour, so join her. Also, we have a few Science of Mind magazines in the back. Since it's ending, they're only $5. But please take one. You know, you always have Lori's guarantee. If you get a Science of Mind magazine and you don't like it, I will refund you the money personally because they are such a big part of my practice. So make sure that you get a magazine. And I think that is it. Okay, so I'm going to end with a closing treatment. Then Grayson will be back up to do a closing song for us. And I am available for Treatment Express after service, and I will be happy to pray with anybody. May love be my prayer, but I love to pray too. I love to listen to my prayer, but I love to pray. So please take advantage of me. Okay, so with that being said, I invite you to close your eyes. Settle into this moment of oneness. This moment of love, where I recognize the one power and presence of all of life, the love that is ever expressing in, as, and through each of us. I know that that is true for me as it is true for each one. We are open at the top to receive our good and to be in alignment with the love that Spirit is. And so I simply affirm for each one here and each one listening that this message today has inspired, empowered, and uplifted you, has brought you a smile that you will go forth to share with others, that you can better show up as an expression of love. Having been here today or having listened to this message, we are here to remember and to know for one another the love that we are. And we have the blessing of reflecting that and mirroring that back to each other. How blessed are we? And so from this place of deep gratitude for this teaching, for the love that we are, for the opportunity to speak this word and be in community and reflect back the love to one another, I say thank you. And I simply release this word into that all-powerful and loving law that does unto us as we believe. And so as we deepen our belief in love, and in oneness, it is already done. And so I simply let it go. I let it be. And together we say, and so it is. Grayson.
This last one is not my song, so I'm not going to take credit for it, but it's a nice song. By Daniel Nahman called Sacred Love. I'll try to say it before the chorus. It goes, "Your sacred love," and then it goes, "Your blessed peace, your deepest joy," and then back to sacred love. So I'll try to give you a little hint if you know to sing along.
Your sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I wanna live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I wanna live in such a holy place. You are blessed peace. Blessed peace, blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace, God. Blessed peace is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I wanna live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I wanna live in such a holy place. You are deepest joy, our deepest joy, deepest joy is all that you are. You are deepest joy, deepest joy is all that you are. Back to sacred love. Your sacred love, sacred love is all that you are. Your sacred love, God, sacred love is all that you are.
So, next week, our speaker is Reverend Karen Kushner, and we will have music with Michelle Solomon. So please come back and join us next week. Don't forget to color something before you leave, even if it's just for a minute. And anybody who wants Treatment Express, I am available for Treatment Express. So, go out and have a wonderful day, all. Be the love that you are.